You've seen Mount Fuji in pictures, but seeing it this close with minimal crowds, that's something else entirely. I didn't plan this trip. Tokyo just got a little too loud one morning, so I left. No tour, no schedule, just a solo escape to Mount Fuji. And somehow it turned out to be one of the most peaceful days of my life. Let me show you exactly where I went, how I got there, and how you can do the same trip solo in one day. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine if you're new here. In today's video, I have 2 questions and then we can proceed. Do you know Japan's most iconic landmark? Do you know this landmark is a UNESCO World Heritage Site? If you're wondering, that landmark is Mount Fuji. So this video today I'm going to talk about is my experience going up to Mount Fuji. I did a day trip from Tokyo and I went up to Mount Fuji. If you're interested, please stay tuned and watch. Mount Fuji is about 120 kilometers away from Tokyo. Mount Fuji stands 3,776 meters high. It is about 2.5 hours drive away from Tokyo. I took a bus. So with this bus service, with the first stop leaving Tokyo, the first place we stopped at was at the Lawson Town Hall. This is the classic Japan. It shows like vending machines. It has Mount Fuji. Casually just looking behind the building, you can see some power lines and a ton of the tour buses just stopped there. We got to see like a preview of what Mount Fuji was about. It was absolutely beautiful. It's one of those, you've seen Mount Fuji on postcards and you've seen it on TV and all over Japanese media, but to be there in person to look at it, it's like you had a celebrity that you met and you kind of froze. You didn't know what to say. That was my first encounter, my first impression of Mount Fuji. So from Lawson Town Hall, the bus circled to Lake Kawaguchi and also the Oshino Park area. So over there you can see the water was glossy and clean. It's reflecting, you can see Mount Fuji reflection in the water, and you can see flowers, just rows of flowers that's bloomed. This is springtime, April 2025, and there's lavender, there's roses, and you can see like your shadow, you can see a reflection of yourself all over. The place was beautiful, serene. A lot of the buses came and people came outside and just took videos and photos, and absolutely beautiful. It was very surreal, almost looked like a painting. You know, you sit there very quiet. There was a lot of stillness and a lot of people, I could hear people speaking Japanese, English, French in the background, and a lot of us would just stood there and pause and just in awe, standing there looking at it. Absolutely beautiful. From Lake Kawaguchi area, the bus stopped in another location. Here we went to Oshino Hakkai. It's a small picture-perfect village with spring-fed ponds, like clear as glass. So the water was so clean, you could see coins, you could see fish, it has kois inside. Almost like you could see a tot at the bottom of the pond. It was absolutely beautiful. They have wooden bridges, old water wheels, and roof houses that's just lined up in like little paths. So just a small pic. It looks like a postcard. There you can try. They had a lot of seaweed, they had tofu, they had skewers with seafood and vegetables. So here was like a little area you can sit and eat. They also had a water tower where they said the water was like the remnants, like melting from Mount Fuji. So they had a fountain section. You can get a bottle. Well, they were selling the bottles. They didn't want you to put your own, but they had bottles, clear bottles, so you can take the water. I tried it. The water was pretty good. It was cold and very fresh to your mouth. So that was interesting. So from Oshino Hakkai, my bus, we stopped for lunch and then we went to Fujiyoshida, the retro shopping street. So we walked the bus. That street is very narrow, so the bigger buses, like the small compact mini buses, can go through, taxis, but the bigger buses, like the tall buses, we could not go through the streets. They were very narrow, so we had to park maybe about 2 kilometers away, and we stopped down at the Fujiyoshida, the retro shopping street, and we walked on foot, and you could see like the street lights, you could see the street signs, and you can see Mount Fuji at the back. Absolutely beautiful. And we stopped and took some photos, some videos, and then you got to meet other tall group people, and we're all just standing on the street. It was so surreal. They have a postcard that you can see the street, but to be there in person, it was absolutely surreal. From Fujiyoshida Retro Street, my group, we walked together maybe about 15-20 minutes towards the Arakurayama Sengen Park. From there, that was the final stop of the tour. So at the park, we were dispersed. You could go at your own pace. That's where that park has 400 steps. You had to navigate. If you want to go see the pergola at the top, you had to climb it. So depending on your pace, you take your time, you walk up there. They had little shopping areas, little souvenirs, little food, market vendors that were selling snacks. You could stand there and listen to somebody playing music. The views behind, you could see the entire city. You could see the entire that village area where Mount Fuji is. It was absolutely breathtaking, just beautiful. And so if you were able to climb the steps, you went all the way and you see the 5-tower pergola and Mount Fuji was behind it. It was absolutely unreal. There is a postcard that I have on my fridge, and so being there in person again, this was very surreal time. I did not know I needed this trip. I'm glad I went, because I got to get some downtime and get to breathe and just kind of refocus and center myself coming from Tokyo. All right, I have come to the end of this Mount Fuji video. This day trip was absolutely, I highly recommend this. If you are planning a trip to Japan or you're in Tokyo area, this is an easy day trip. You can go up there and view it on your own. You can take a train. They have a bus that goes up there. Absolutely worth it. Highly recommend. If you need some time, just Tokyo area is there's so much hustle, go. And if you want some quietness and just kind of recenter yourself and get to enjoy nature, I highly recommend this. Being a historic, iconic landmark, I had to go see it in person. So I'm very glad I went to see it. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like. If you have any questions regarding Mount Fuji, please put them at the bottom and I'll answer those. Until next time, bye-bye.